Give me back my $20.
You paid $20?
Give me back my 2 hours for this movie. The French will call garbage.
Garbage?
The French will... Ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Wanjin.
Big shout out to our Triple Trouble Scott Walker, Zezzy, Voida Parrot, Jonathan, Kayla Marie, Jasmine, Prickly Pear, Soulless Trenchcoat, R. Ellen, Thiz from Thiz from Cali, None from Indonesia, Ichan Hong, our eternal number one, and all of you, thank you so much. 78 subscribers. I hope your spring is enjoyable as Wanjin's delicious sounding voice. What's up, Zezzy? This is actually going to be my review of Scream 7.
Yeah, because I didn't get to see it.
And Wanjin might politely ask me some question, and I'll be very, very annoyed and give him my take. Anyway, you have been warned of spoilers. Oh, Void, you haven't watched this? Okay, you saved $20, man. Here we go. Yo, man. Walker, where are you? You, Walker. Scott,
this is for you. Where are you?
Scott, you lied to me, didn't you? This is not superior to 6 or 5. I mean, damn. I mean, I don't know.
So, what bothers you the most?
Oh, what's up? Oh, here you are, Walker. For you cannot wait. You can ask me any questions about Scream franchise, Space Scream 7. Yo, Walker, I gotta say, I'm sorry, man, but I did not have a good time. I feel like this is an alpha version of a movie that could have been. You know what I mean? Either that or they ran out of ideas and Stewie baited us. So my problem here, Wanjin, is so the first 10 minutes is actually the best part of the movie.
Really, we're always like
some random people come.
Random person dies.
Yes, and that got me excited. Okay, they literally go to the original Scream house, and then they get killed, and that's actually the best action set piece of this movie. I have a lot of problem with this movie. One is the new characters are weak, like the writing. Campbell's daughter character. And some of her friends in school have like no character. Wait, don't worry, boys. I'm here. I'm using Trisha because okay, that's good, Walker. No character, and then for after the 10-minute mark, the rest of the movie is driven by whether Stu is alive, and that's the only thing going for it because the dialogue is so weak. I think they try to be meta, but it just all sounds like nostalgia baiting. Is
it similar to what they did in Scream 5?
No, it's different. 5 and 6 were more clever. Here, basically, it's like recounting what happened in Scream 1, 2, 3, 4. And the dialogue is not smart. It's like these bunch of people that I know I'm not going to miss and going to die are explaining that stuff to me. The only interesting character were the original characters. Campbell and Courtney Cox's character. And Stewie. And I also have a problem with how they presented Stewie because spoilers alert, okay? The Stewie video in the beginning is fake. It's AI.
Oh, they say that it's like a deepfake kind of thing.
Yeah, deepfake. Okay. And it turns out it's 2 Stewie fans who are responsible.
So Stu's not alive.
Yeah. Or maybe, but I almost want Stewie to come back. Like, okay. It's weak due to the story. Shell has nothing to teach the audience. It's a brutal knife action and no brains. It was Kevin Williamson. He was to blame for all this, and everyone in the Scream franchise is blaming him for bad writing of the film. Yeah, the writing. I gotta be honest, Walker. The writing is so weak. So I think what 5 and 6 did. I don't know the writing team of 5 and 6, but I think they started off with let's refer to the prior Scream movies. Let's deliver it somehow more cleverly. Right here, there's none of that. They keep telling me what happened before that I already know. And another problem is the actions are so weak. It's just gruesome without being creative. because I think last week Walker told me about the alcohol getting. Campbell's daughter's one of her friends get his head like corked by the beer pouring machine. Right?
Oh,
and it's not like I go, okay, it's just disgusting, and lol. A lot of fans, and including myself, believe the first video call Sydney got from Stu is the real Stu, and the rest are. So let me add on to that, Walker. I wish they would have done it better. So, Wanjin, let me tell you something. This movie is divided into Act 1 and Act 2. Act 1, there's only one killer, or at least one. We think one is active, and like he gets clapped by Courtney Cox by getting run over by a car. Now, here's the problem, though. They reveal his face, and it turns out it's some schmuck they met before that appeared in the coffee shop. Okay? But I wish the car actually smashed the killer's face in so that they make us continue to worry whether Stu is alive. You know, so there are just...
it's indistinguishable.
Yeah, exactly. There are just like scenes that are like bland that I feel like could have been clevered up. So like it doesn't break any new ground. Like you know what would have been great, Walker? If there were 3 ghost masks. There's always only 2, right? I wish they did 3. Okay, it was the creators of Radio Silence. They're the ones who wrote Scream 5 and 6. Okay. Oh, another problem is this movie being 7 can't decide whether it's a continuation of 5 and 6 or 1, 2, 3, 4. Like it keeps referring to 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's also acting like it's a successor to 5 and 6.
Yeah, and the sisters.
No, they're not even fucking mentioned.
I mean, if it's a sequel to 6, aren't they supposed to appear?
No, Wanjin, let me tell you something. They are not even mentioned, but their friends appear, and I'm like,
what?
I'm like, what? And okay, and listen, I didn't care about anybody dying. These new kids, like. They were not as likable as the kids in 5 and 6. What's up?
If they die, you don't empathize with them at all.
Wanjin, this is like the don't judge me because this is not adolescence. I'm here to know that these people are gonna get clapped. Okay, so this is not that kind of movie. So like, but anyway, what's up? Don't worry, boys. I still do believe Stu is alive and he will return for Scream 8. So listen, if there's a Scream 8. I don't think they planned it well, Walker. So what you're saying is this is like the first movie of this cycle of Campbell and the daughter versus Stewie. Well, then they should have. I feel like they should have dropped way more hints, like because this does not feel like Avengers, the first one, like where it's setting up anything. It doesn't feel that way. It just feels like Stu was used. I just feel betrayed that it was AI. But there's just one scene in the movie where they tell us that someone who sounds like Stewie was brought into a mental hospital and later discharged. But that doctor guy, by the way, who appears for like only a minute, later turns out to be the Ghostface wannabe, and he says Stewie's of course not alive. I'm like, what? Shut up. What about if Stu's death certificate and his body, then does that give us a clue Stu was... See, that's what I'm talking about, Walker. So that might be a clue, except that dumb motherfucker in the hospital said, of course Stu's not alive. Of course he's not Stu. And you know how Wanjin, it takes a lot of balls to do meta. Like, you know how all metas are basically sort of self-conscious?
Yeah, and you got to have like this certain confidence to pull it off.
Yeah, they were not... they were cocky. They're like, fuck you, Stu's not alive. I'm like, the whole movie is based on whether Stu's alive, and that motherfucker who I didn't even give a fuck, who dies by the way, just says Stu. Of course he's dead. I'm like, shut up. Like, Walker, I was looking for an end credit scene near the end where maybe Stewie is watching all this from a computer or something. They didn't even have that. I think in Scream 8 they should go back to Woodsboro and dig up Stu's grave. No, but why couldn't they do grave dig right now? Grave dig right now. So the only thing going for was Campbell and Courtney Cox. Like, they carried this movie. And there was one action set piece that I did like though, where Campbell's daughter gets a gun and starts firing. And another thing is, let me tell you something. Campbell is smart enough to prepare a panic room.
Okay.
And goes in there.
Finally.
Goes in there with her daughter, right? Mm-hmm. And within 30 seconds, she opens a side door to the panic room and says, "Let's get out." I'm like,
what?
I'm like, just stay there. The movie's over. Okay. Honestly, brain rot content. No, Scream 7 is a continuation of Scream 5. And no, it's not, Walker. It doesn't convince me because the two sisters are not here. Honestly, the two sisters. Remember Wanjin, the Courtney Cox and Campbell's character kind of appear?
I liked them better as like supporting characters.
Yeah, exactly.
And I liked how the movie was like revolving around the sisters. Mm-hmm. Because we've seen Courtney Cox and Neve Campbell.
So you know what? I think this movie would have been better if it's not a 2-hour movie, but 90 minutes. Mm-hmm. And it's just Campbell and the daughter stuck in the house in the panic room with like 3 to 4 ghost faces invading that house. I feel like that movie would have been better. The problem is this being 7 requires it to refer to its prior movies, which is like half the movie, by the way. Like these boring dialogues. Wait a minute. Tatum, that name is from getting my head smashed in the TV. I'm like, I already saw that movie. I don't give a fuck. Okay? If I don't want to hear about that, I can go watch that movie and see that scene for me right now. And it's not even delivered cleverly. It's just like explaining the story that I already know. So, okay. You can stop me once.
Now, was there any scene that you particularly liked, except for the first 10 minutes?
Yeah, when Courtney Cox brought in the car and smashed the ghost face in, right? Like the first ghost face. I wish... So there's a fight scene at the end, right? I wish Courtney Cox appeared again. This time with an axe or something, and just smash a ghost face in his head, and then get a motorcycle and drag the other one around. Like just there's the actions are too serious. There is a funny scene though where Campbell and the daughter bond by both shooting at the face of the ghost face and the face.
Oh, damn.
They unload the clip together and the face disappears.
I would have liked that.
Yeah, the face disappears.
Remember, what was it? Fast 5, the 5th installment of Fast and the Furious?
Yeah.
That corrupt Brazilian guy, when he gets out the car, Dwayne Johnson just shoots him in the chest without even looking. That's the kind of scene I like.
Yeah, so that was good, except the build-up was bad. Like, I wish I spent just more time with Campbell and the daughter. I wish there were less side characters that were totally not interesting. A lot of the characters are like, they're handsome little teenagers, but like I already seen like they get such weak lines. Okay. Do you guys agree with me? It was Kevin Williamson's fault about Scream 7. There's another version of the movie to review Stu was a lie, but it got really bad reviews from the fans, but still. So Walker, what you're saying, they did a pre-screening and they didn't like it, so they edited the movie. Is that what you're saying? Because I believe that. Because I believe like this movie didn't know what it wanted it to do. And so this is a case, Wanjin, where being part of the franchise becomes a cage. Like it did not enhance the legacy at all. It was trapped by it.
They needed some smart writing.
Yeah, and directing too, because like all the great actions is in the first 10 minutes. And there's this. Okay, let me explain one of the first scene. One of the great scenes is the girl who we know is gonna die. Walk in and there's this robot of Ghostface, and the boyfriend's like laugh and that's a robot, right? Later we see that same guy, but it starts to move a little different. So it's not a robot anymore. So there were this clever like in the house like violence. But so another problem is this movie jumps around too many times.
What do you mean jumps around? You mean between different characters?
No, even in space and environment too. They keep teleporting to different places. Like I wish they went to Stu's house or something and stayed there, and the tension is just not there. And because the latter 30 minute is basically the movie killing every potential Ghostfaces who I never cared about in the first place. And at the end of it, they tell us Stu was not even alive. Oh, Walker, what about the part in the movie when Hannah was hanging in the air on some wire and she got absolutely gutted by Ghostface in the high school? So that was like okay. That was good. But that happens in the first 30-minute or 40-minute, right, Walker? So my patience started to run out in the 50-minute mark, Walker. In the beginning, I felt like maybe Stu is alive, maybe not. But the latter half just was like checking boxes of what's going to happen. So overall, I cannot recommend this movie. I'm glad, Void, you didn't watch this. Like, I only recommend this to diehard Scream fans. And I enjoyed 5 and 6, by the way, but this is the weakest so far. I really did not like it. And I would not recommend this. I think this is like possibly the weakest of all time. Maybe Scream 4 comes close. Like Scream 1, 2, 3 was better than this one.
Damn.
Okay. Oh, that was weak. You had nothing smart about it. All right, on you, Joe. Do you personally think Stu still be alive or no? Well, I hope Stu is alive because, Walker, I wish Stu was alive, but this movie kind of fucked me up because, so I have a question, Walker. Like, is the next movie also going to be, is Stu alive? They didn't tell me that in this movie. They should have told me at the end that Stu is alive. Then I can prepare for the next movie. So, like, whether Stu being alive or not was used sort of as a gimmick, in my opinion. I would have actually preferred if Matthew Lillard, because one of the great things is when he first appears, his face is all scarred up and he's talking crazy, right? I wish he appeared. And this time, like, upgrade Ghostface, kind of like Incredibly Hulk versus the Abomination. Like this is like Stu 2.0. Like he's even more deranged now.
Why can't they come up with some new ideas? I mean, I think we talked about this. Maybe they really need like a scene where they have like Ghostface wannabes facing a real Ghostface. Well, and they go against each other.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, here one of the Ghostfaces is the fan of Campbell's character, and she's batshit crazy. She even killed her own son in this movie.
Damn.
But she's not interesting. Like it just feels like cardboard boxes. Yeah, Wanjin, can you put the camera on you so I can have some apple juice? Because I don't think it's...
All right. So, I mean, we can't expect that your number grade is not going to be generous for this movie.
Yeah.
But let's still ask for our number 6. What would you give this?
First of all, it's 100% below 5. I'm just thinking about two numbers and which one to say. Oh, wait. Melissa, Barrera, and Jenna Ortega both said they'll be interested in returning to do a Scream movie when that time is right, and then it's broke, said never say never. Okay, so I would be interested in their character, Walker. They should come back. They were more interesting. And their relationship with their friends were more interesting. It made me care about the other side characters when they got into danger. Here, the problem is Campbell's character have a generation difference with the teenagers. So I don't know who to care for. And this being a Scream movie, I expect the teenagers to die. And not once did I think Campbell was in danger, too. So I'm going to give this a 3.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, this is... I thought of giving it 2, but I'm going to give it a 3. Yeah, this is...
So you're actually being generous. Okay.
So, Wanjin, let me... You know how sometimes you watch a movie, it feels torturous? Yeah, this is the movie.
So I can kind of tell that this is the kind of movie where I feel like nothing's happening. I can just like skip through.
You know, I was so tempted to do that. But the only reason why I didn't do that is I'm watching this for Walker. And I'm like, I don't want to...
For you, Walker.
I do want to say some nice things, though. Like I said, first of all, it's not the actor's fault. Campbell and Courtney Cox were the most interesting part, because the teenagers were totally not interesting. And another problem is I think the actors were great. They just got poor dialogue, especially Campbell's daughter. She's so flat. Like, she's so uninteresting. And oh, by the way, Campbell's husband gets killed. So that's just another pattern of, like, you know, older, for some reason in Scream, like middle-aged men gets killed all the time. All right, boys, right now, would you both be interested in going to the Sue house yourself? Nope, I'm not interested. I'm definitely one of the fans of the franchise who believe the first video call Cindy receives. See, that would have been interesting. And the latter part of the movie did such a bad job of trying to explain that. No, but Wanjin, you know what? If you're bored, you could watch this if you want, and you'll know exactly what I mean. Like, I mean,
I probably will, and then we can talk about it and let's talk sometime in the future.
Yeah. So JoeJinMovieSoAwesome gives this a 3.
3.
This is the worst Scream movie I've seen and recently. Like, they should end the franchise now. Okay, that was too harsh. Walk. Okay, no, there's gonna be a Scream 8. I don't think they'll stop, but if they do a Scream 8, I want this to be a total reset. How about that?
Yeah.
Like, forget about Campbell, Courtney Cox, forget about everything. Just like brand new. Like, I would actually prefer that. And I think if they do that well, the Scream franchise name, have enough loyalty. So I might go watch it. Oh, Matthew Lillard says he's 100% on board and interested in returning Scream 8. Okay.
You know what's funny? The other day I saw that the Wayans brothers are considering making Scary Movie 6.
Oh.
Which would also be interesting.
No, but there's
because we now have like a reboot of Scream.
No, but there's a time jump, so that might work, actually.
Yeah.
Because remember, you and I, we like Scream 5. And Scream 5 has a long time before.
So I wonder what that's going to be like. And also I heard they're making a sequel to White Chicks.
Okay, so that might still work because it's been a long time. Stiggadoosh level. Yeah. No, Stiggadoosh is better than this one. That one was at least...
Synecdoche.
Yeah, Synecdoche at least spent time to make us painful.
What about you, Jin? Do you think we should return to Woodsboro and go to the cemetery to dig up Stu's grave to see if he's in there? It is not about us. I agree with Joe. If this flopped, then they should just think about like an overhaul, like a reboot of the whole thing. So maybe they can forget the old ties and just start fresh.
I felt sorry for Matthew Lillard because I feel like he could have been written as an interesting villain. And you know how Scream is sort of meta all the time?
Yeah.
If they wrote it well, we would have forgiven a cheesy return.
Was there a Final Destination remake? I'm not sure because I kind of lost interest after like the second movie. Maybe, but I kind of remember seeing like a trailer a couple of years ago of Final Destination. But the first one was brilliant. Like the one where this guy dreams about his airplane exploding. Yeah.
I was 100% hoping at the end of the movie we see a dark figure with a ghost face costume on. Yes, Walker, I agree. That's why I went to the end credit hoping there was an end credit scene where Stu was actually alive watching the situation on a computer. Oh, and I have another problem. Why isn't Campbell and Courtney Cox always carrying? Like,
yeah, by now, don't you think they should actually be like carrying weapons?
They
just clip them.
They should have a Desert Eagle and a Beretta just for spares,
and then AR-15
in the trunk. Like, why are they like? God, that
because
was
I
so
think that's what
stupid.
they did with the Halloween reboot with Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she was ready.
Yo.
And she was ready, yo.
Yo, get the iron, son. Get the clip. Yeah.
And they should do something like Ving Rhames did.
Yeah.
Like go medieval after shooting him.
Yeah, that's why I was hoping like Courtney Cox would just Garrett one of the ghost faces, tie it on the face, and then say a line like this, cheesy, like, okay, no need to check faces anymore, motherfucker. Drag him to death. Because
that's what we need.
One of the weakest part of this movie was make sure you headshot so it's actually dead. I'm like, if you're smart enough to know that, why isn't there a Uzi at the back of the trunk? And Courtney Cox just comes in blasting it. I would have loved this scene. Like Courtney Cox comes up with a Uzi, and the cops are like, "What are you doing? Shut up! I know what I'm doing." And they just blast the car of the Ghostface.
Yeah, and then they have this like a badass lines like, "Yo, this is a pre-banned automatic rifle right here. I got it just for you."
Oh, because you know why, Wanjin? Because Scream 5 and 6 had that. Remember the sisters like Joy killed the Ghostface? They were basically loving it. They're like, you deserve this so bad. But there were no satisfaction like that.
And then you get, like a G-Unit track in the
Yeah.
background. My buddy, wherever I go, he goes.
And Courtney Cox and Naomi Campbell just guess, like, it'll be funny is they blast the Uzi, right? And then they take time to reload.
Yo, I'm watching this movie like 5 times.
Yeah.
If they make it like this.
Yo, they reload, and Campbell looks at Corny Cox and says, "Just to make sure." They just put 35 more in. Jin, wish your black hooded jumper on, my friend. You definitely do 100% like a Ghostface killer.
They're literally dying like
so you know
chickens.
what? The movie me and Wanjin just described would have gotten a 5, but this is trash. This is 3. You know what? I changed my mind. I give it a 2. I'm just gonna give it a 2 because you know what, Wanjin? I'm sorry. Don't watch this. Okay, you're just wasting your time. This is that bad. I'm very disappointed as someone. Thanks to by the way, thanks to Walker, we watched 5 and 6. Remember, 5 was excellent.
Yeah, I liked 5.
Yeah, this is total trash. Don't watch this movie, guys.
Yeah.
So JoeJinMovieSoAwesome originally gave this a 3, but now it's downgraded to 2. This is
After careful consideration.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Walker. Like this is 2. This is the worst movie I saw this year.
Stripped the movie of another point.
Yeah, I'm not watching this again. So anyway, guys, we're gonna take a short break and come back to do Less Talk. This has been JoeJinMovieSoAwesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Wanjin.
We'll see you guys in a bit.
We'll be right back. Cue the music.
Baby.
Yo, they should empty the clip.
Yeah.
And then imagine there are like multiple ghost faces. They're all tied up. So they blast the entire clip on one dude. They throw away the gun. The next one, they'll be like, yo, pull out the crowbar. We don't need those firearms anymore.
No, Corny Cox is a reporter. She should get them on the helicopter and narco dump them in the river. Like, how do you like that?
Let's see if you can fly.
Yes.
Yoo-hoo!
From space sagas to small town drama, we got jokes, hot takes, zero karma, armor. JoeJin movie so awesome. Hit play, lean back, no problem. From 1s to 10s, we score 'em. If it's trash or a gem, we want 'em. JoeJin movie so awesome. Jack going wild when we're talking. Every Saturday we on it. JoeJin movie so awesome. 1 to 10 scale, that's the verdict. Give it a 6. Yeah, the chat say we heard it. 10s get cheers, 1s get roasted. Screenshots fly, whole feed reposted. We pause for the plot, laugh at the logic. That one weird scene, yeah, we still on it. Korean banda, English slang in the mix. We switch, we flip, code switching real quick. JoeJin movie so awesome. Hit play, lean back, no problem. From 1s to 10s, we score 'em. If it's trash or a gem, we want 'em. JoeJin movie so awesome. Chat going wild when we're talking. Every Saturday we on it. JoeJin movie so awesome. Then we slide to the Let's Talk section. Anything, everything, random connection. Like food, games, dreams, bad days. Chat drop stories, we react on the way. From soul to the world, we all same crew. Same blue screen glow, same late night view. Hey!